Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? This is Matt the Amateur Gamer coming at you with some Variant 2 completion. And I'm going to show you what champ I use. Venom for the last section of the last chapter is the MVP, and he's pretty much the MVP for almost all Variant 2, along with the bigger champ, Gladiator Hulk. Um, but in this last chapter, his bleeds do 200% more damage, are easier to inflict and stacked. Um, and so the first champion we go up against is Hood. And Hood is a pretty simple fight. I just gotta make sure I hit into him um, before the Bane timer runs out. That way I don't start taking any damage. Yeah, like that. There we go. And pretty much it's pretty simple. Overall, this video is just going to cover the two fights, well, 2 to 3 fights that I thought were pretty easy, and then the 2 fights that I struggled with because I did struggle on this path. Even though this path is the easiest out of all the paths, probably in this chapter or this section, I had at least 2 to 3 slip ups, and that's why I'm called an amateur. That's why I give myself the amateur name because I'm still learning this. I'm still learning as I go with this game. Even though I've been playing this game forever, it seems like I'm still learning and I'm trying to get better at it. And like this wasn't too bad. This actually got me kind of sort of ready for the last Yellow Jacket. It wasn't too hard of a fight. I just gotta make sure that when I attack into him, his special bar isn't filled up to a special 1 because that's harder to evade than a special 2. But as you see, those bleeds are stacking really nice. 720, 869, 1,000 at one point. That's just brutal and stuff, and it was insane. It was really insane fighting with Venom 2 because I was able to build a team of Dr. Octopus, Classic Spider-Man, Luke Cage for power gain with She-Hulk, and I think that's it. And I was able to have higher crit and higher damage as well as gain a little bit of power. Now, the one thing I would change if I could is I would probably take Luke Cage out because of the simple fact is um, the power gain wasn't really that great. Like it wasn't really noticeable to me. So I would probably put if he wasn't in the Lions Quest right now, I probably would have put the Gladiator Hulk in his place as a backup for Venom to attack some of the fights that I had problems with. This Mephisto is one of the first fights I had a problem with. I thought I could use my Venom since his bleeds are that strong to get him down easily, and it did not happen that way. Um, he actually sunk me pretty quickly with his aura incineration. Um, and so I just kind of I was struggling because there was the aura incineration, and then there was Bane, and Bane finally got me. And so I brought in I think Luke Cage next, um, thinking hey he could probably do some real damage to this Mephisto, and he didn't do too bad, but the only thing I could think about doing was spamming the heavy because, as you know, specials and just regular attacks for smaller champs don't work. You get damage glanced back at you, and then, so that's not really what you want. And so I had the problem of trying to avoid Bane, trying to keep that off me, trying to get around his aura incineration, and then trying to parry to get those heavy tags off, and it was a lot to look out for. And as you see, I did not succeed very well. I mean, I got him down a good part of the way, but I kind of wish again I would have brought my Gladiator Hulk or say like my Captain America. My Captain America does pretty good, and his damage on heavies seems to be a lot better than what Luke Cage's is right now. But if anything, hopefully in the future, I'd like to at least dupe Luke Cage. That way, maybe he gets some indestructible. And as you see, what I went in with next was Dr. Octopus. I pretty much used She-Hulk after Luke Cage, but I'm not going to show you that just because it's the same thing. Parrying, trying to use the heavy, trying to keep above his aura incineration, and then the Bane, which didn't work. But as you see, Dr. Octopus got him down pretty easily. Now we move on to Mordo. Mordo was another fight that was not the greatest. I'm not gonna lie, I spent units on this just because I didn't have very many revives. And I used my Venom, which I wouldn't take back. I wouldn't change that just because Venom has bleeds, and the only thing I would have to be careful about is I would have to make sure that Venom is a lot more, not boosted, but healed up than what he was when I put him into this fight, because of the fact that he's got his whole astral evade. You parry him, and you can't attack into him, or you'll get or you'll take some damage, and with that you'll get Bane put on you. And as you see, I lost immediately, but something that I don't know if you noticed is his health was down almost to half already just from the first couple of hits or so. So those bleeds do work, even though I do have the class disadvantage. So I go at it again. And I eventually get him down. As you see, I get like 10 stacks, and that does like 1,800 damage, which is amazing. I think they should make Venom a 6-star, because that 6-star would be out of this world ridiculous. And so I moved on to Hela. Hela was a pretty straightforward fight. Just do like what I've been doing and just use my special one to soak up any of her buffs. That way I can heal it back. And then just bleed the heck out of her. Just watch out for that Bane. Yep. So I just had to pretty much wait out her indestructible, and then she went down pretty easily. So the last fight was Yellow Jacket, and Yellow Jacket was probably the third one that gave me problems, just because of the fact that, again, I was looking after three things. I was looking after his unblockable special one, the Bane node, to make sure I used my or to make sure that he got hit when that ended on him. That way it didn't come back on me. And then I also had to watch out for encroaching stun, because if I didn't use the special while it ran out, it would have stunned me, and then I would have been dead just like that. So I go back in with a revive. I gotta use units because I don't have any more 40% revives, which I need to farm for. Go back in, and I don't know if it's this try. I don't think it's this try. Maybe it is just this try, but I do a lot better job at managing this stuff. I keep a lot better eye on it, I think. That, and you'll see in a little bit why his true strike, when he gets defending champs down to oh no, it wasn't this one. Nope, never mind, take it back. See, and that's the thing, I shot my special too early, and I got stunned, and then he obviously came in with his attack, and he got me down in like his 4 or 5 combo hit, I think. So I go back in again, try this one last time. I've got him at 64% health. I should be able to get him down, I think. The bleeds are strong, which is amazing again. Venom is just a beast, especially with the different synergies he has. He's amazing. And on top of that, this buff where, Venom Pool, or I think it's Carnage, I think. Or maybe it's Venom the Duck. I don't know. I'd have to look again. Their bleeds are 200% more likely to apply or to stack. and that they do 200% more damage, I think. And so it helped out in the long run. And so it takes me about a little bit. As you see, the encroaching stun's going to come on, and then boom, I got my true strike, and I became unblockable, and that sealed the deal. And I finally got Yellow Jacket down, which I was relieved to finally get this completed. Because all the variants have just been sitting there where I've gone into them and I've done different paths, but I haven't 100% of them. Well, this is just getting through completion, so I was happy to get that down and done. Now, what my plans are is for all the rank up stuff that I got, or the rank up gems, I'm gonna open them up sometime Friday, maybe with the Let's Talk. I'll open them up at the very end, just see what I get. But like with the 4-star or with the 5-star hero crystal, I'm gonna wait until November. That way, I can have all that and just open that all that up in November, maybe with like the Black Friday or Cyber Monday deals, whichever one. But I was gonna open the rank up gems and then my premium hero, or premium crystals, or premium hero crystals, whatever you want to call them. And yeah, I was gonna do all that Friday, along with the Let's Talk. Hopefully the Let's Talk shouldn't be more than 20 minutes. Hopefully it shouldn't be more than 15 minutes. But with that, I'll see y'all Friday. Have a good night and peace.